Good morning, students. I am going to explain some of the topics on chapter calorimetry. So I have written already the name of the topics. So first topic is here, change of state or phase. As you know, a substance can be in solid state, liquid state or gaseous state, and we can convert on heating or liberating from one state to another state. That process is called change of state. So what is the change of state? It is a process by which we can convert from a phase to another phase, from one phase to another phase, or from one state to another state on heating at constant temperature. Keep in mind that the change of phase or state takes place at constant temperature. In our syllabus, we have only melting or fusion and freezing. So we will be talking about this. We have a solid state. This solid state can be converted into liquid state on heating at a particular temperature. So that process is called melting, or we can say fusion. Melting or fusion takes place at a constant temperature. That constant temperature is called melting point. And in case of ice, suppose ice is a solid state, it can convert into water at 0 degree Celsius. So the process of converting from ice to water at 0 degree Celsius is called melting or fusion, and this temperature 0 degree Celsius is called melting point, right? Similarly, on liberating heat energy or losing heat energy, liquid may convert into solid state. That process is called freezing, and that freezing also takes place. Suppose in case of ice to water, we have seen on heating it converts to water. Similarly, from water we can convert into ice on liberating heat energy, and it also takes place at a particular temperature, means 0 degree Celsius. So this process is called freezing, and it takes place at 0 degree Celsius. So this constant temperature is called freezing point, right? So what is melting and fusion? What is freezing? Let me discuss once more. It is a process. First I am talking about melting or fusion. It is a process by which a solid state can be converted into liquid state on heating at constant temperature. That constant temperature is called melting point, right? Similarly, the freezing can be explained as a process by which a liquid state can be converted into solid state at a particular temperature, and that particular temperature is called freezing point. In case of water, it is 0 degree Celsius. So keep in mind, for ice as well as water, melting point or fusion point of means a temperature at which fusion takes place and freezing point both are same. Now we will talk about heating curve. I have drawn one simple diagram here. There is a vessel. In a vessel, I have kept some amount of ice at minus 10 degrees Celsius, and there is a thermometer. Thermometer will show the temperature rise or fall, means according to the process. So here temperature will rise because of heating. Because of heating, temperature may rise sometimes and may not rise. Yes, I have told sometimes that sometimes it will rise, sometimes it will not rise. Let's see what will be happened here. So when you start heating ice at minus 10 degrees Celsius, can you guess what will be happened? Yes, you are right. The temperature starts rising from minus 10 to minus 9, minus 9 to minus 8, minus 8 to minus 7, and so on. And it attains 0 degree Celsius. And still we are keeping on heat. So we are keeping on heating, but we'll see when temperature in the thermometer attains 0 degree Celsius, we'll see though heating is continuing, but the temperature does not rise. Yes, what is happening at that time? We will discuss all these things in the heating curve. Heating curve, what is heating curve? If you plot along y-axis temperature and along x-axis time. Okay, and initially we can say original is shows that initial, then we'll see we'll do the plotting and we'll watch what is happening there. So initially the temperature is minus 10 degrees Celsius, so I'll write here minus 10 degree Celsius, minus 10 degrees Celsius initially, and that time the temperature of ice is minus 10 degrees Celsius, heating is going on. Now when the heating is going on, as we have seen, the temperature starts increasing, minus 10 to minus 9, minus 8, minus 7 and so on. So we can say it will be like this, right? Now when it attains 0 degrees Celsius, when it attains 0 degrees Celsius, we will see for a certain time the temperature is not rising. For a certain time means, suppose I have talked about this time is here T1. So from 0 second to T1, temperature is rising from minus 10 to 0 degree Celsius. Now if we still keep on heating, then we will see the temperature does not rise for a certain time. So that one I can plot here, right? So till T2 temperature is not rising. Till T2 temperature is not rising. So from T1 time to T2 time the temperature is not rising. What is happening there? We'll discuss later on. So after T2 we'll see again the temperature starts rising. Again the temperature starts rising, and if we keep on heating, then we will see later on the water, it will be converted into water, and then at a certain temperature again we will see the temperature is not rising. That certain temperature we can say it is 100 degrees Celsius, but this portion is out of syllabus, so we will be discussing only this portion, right? Now look at here. When you are heating, the temperature of ice starts rising from minus 10 to minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6 and so on till 0, right? And the time taken T1. Now we'll see at time T1, though the temperature is not rising, but we are keep on heating, we will see ice starts melting. Ice starts melting means we can say ice converting into water. As we know that ice converts into water at 0 degree Celsius. Yes, at 0 degree Celsius ice starts melting. Now we'll see the whole ice will be converting into water, and the temperature still 0 degree Celsius. Temperature is still 0 degree Celsius. So at time T2 the temperature is 0 degree Celsius. Beyond T2 we'll see water temperature rising. The temperature of water rising. The temperature of water rising with time. So temperature of water rising with time. So if we start from initially and if we put an arrowhead, this is called heating curve. Now if you go reverse way, that is called cooling curve, right? Usually we don't talk about the cooling curve, so let me talk about only heating curve. Now here we'll see that temperature is constant at this point to this point. Let me write here A, B, C, D. So let me talk about what is point A shows. A shows that initially the temperature of ice is minus 10 degrees Celsius. Now A to B shows that temperature is rising with time from minus 10 to 0 degree Celsius. And B to C shows that in time T1 to T2 the temperature remains constant, and we can say that ice starts converting into water. Yes, at C we will see the whole ice converts into water. So still the temperature is 0 degree Celsius. Beyond T2 if you still keep on heating, we will see the temperature of water starts rising from 0 to 100, right? So can you say beyond D what will be happening here? We will see beyond D, though heating is continuing, we will see water starts boiling, but it is not in our syllabus, right? So we will be discussing now the third topic, latent heat. So what is latent heat? It is the amount of heat required or liberated during change of state. Means in case of solid to liquid, we can say the heat is absorbed and converting into one state to another state without changing its temperature. Now why temperature does not rise? I'll discuss later on. So what is latent heat? It is the amount of heat energy absorbed by solid to convert into liquid at constant temperature, or it can be defined as it is the amount of heat energy released by liquid to convert from its liquid state to solid state at a constant temperature, right? So now we will talk about explanation of latent heat of melting on the basis of kinetic model. Let's think that the two molecules of ice, molecule A and molecule B, two molecules of ice, they are kept together. You know that in case of solid or liquid or gas as such, the molecules all the time does not remain at its rest. In case of solid, though the molecules do not move from one place to another, but it vibrates in its mean position. Suppose this is a duster. In duster, there are some thing that the molecules are there. So molecules of the duster is not at rest. They are vibrating at their mean position. Similarly, the molecules of ice A and B, they are vibrating at their mean position. When you heat, then we see the temperature may not rise. But if temperature does not rise, means kinetic energy is not increasing. Because we know that from the definition of the temperature, that when the temperature rises, that means we can say kinetic energy rises. Or reverse, we can say when kinetic energy rises, temperature rises. Since temperature is not rising during change of state, we can say there is no increase of kinetic energy. So what is happening about this heat energy when you supply? That means this supplied heat energy is used to increase the potential energy. Again, once more I am telling you here, during change of state, the supplied heat energy is not used to increase the kinetic energy. Since it is not used to increase the kinetic energy, so temperature does not rise. Okay? But then what is happening about this heat energy during change of state? So when we supply the heat energy, instead of increasing the kinetic energy, it increases. Heat energy is used to increase the potential energy. What is happening here in case of molecules of ice? So molecules of ice, they are vibrating in their mean position, and they have some gap, or they have some intermolecular space. Now if you supply the heat energy, then the space increases, and to increase the space in between the two molecules, we have to supply some energy, and that energy is nothing but here heat energy. So when we supply heat energy, the space increases, and when the space increases, we can say that potential energy increases. That's why we can say that during change of state, there is no increase of kinetic energy, there is no increase of temperature. But during change of state, there is increase of potential energy, and that's why the temperature remains same, but potential energy only increases. And when the potential energy increases, separation increases. When the separation increases, it is no more ice, it becomes water, right? So in case of ice, the solid state molecules are close by. Molecules, as you know, in case of solid, the molecules are closer by, and in case of liquid, means water, the molecules are away from each other. You have learned in lower classes. So here, during change of state, latent heat is used to increase the potential energy, and solid converts into water. Similarly, if we convert water to solid, we have to decrease the potential energy. So to decrease the potential energy, we have to absorb, we have to lever, we have to taken out the heat energy. When you take out the heat energy, potential energy decreases, so separation decreases, and it converts into another state. Okay, I have explained here. So if you have any doubt, let me know through WhatsApp. Thank you so much.